You are a soldier of the mighty Horde. A disparate band of races united in their pursuit of freedom, honor, and glory. A Horde expedition sent to explore an uncharted island has recently gone missing. As a bold new recruit, you have joined a rescue mission departing from Orgrimmar. Find the lost expedition members and bring them home. For the Horde!
Alright. Now, what I'm bummed about this, right from the get-go, is this still thinks this is WASD instead of having the ability to highlight any key changes you've moved, because I don't play WASD. So I wish that it could update that.
Look sharp, recruit! We're almost to the island!
Okay. Let's move auto loot on. Let's turn off all this stuff. Let's move to bartender. And move to my profile for me. I will get a map at some point. So I just wish that it was a better job here, because I play ESDF, not WASD. So I play with all my keys right shifted. And that way I have a whole row of keys of Q, A, and Z added for my pinky. So it gives me extra keybinds. So I wish it could tell that. So you monster! You monster! Alright.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
We are nearing the island where the Horde's last expedition was lost. You need to be prepared for what's out there. Warm up on these combat dummies. Show me your strength.
For the Horde, we need to be ready for anything. Show me your skill in combat.
Okay. Do I just attack them? Do I have to kill them? Wait a second. It actually makes sense. Yeah.
Fine work. Next week. Rain? Our shaman said the skies would be clear.
How cool is that? It's already adjusting for our class because they've also baked in your class quests, give or take. So because I'm a shaman, she is noting that our shaman, like I think maybe she's not. Maybe she said our shaman, but like I know there's also going to be some points in here where they address our class.
Stay focused on our mission.
Good. You've kept up training since we set sail, and no, I don't care that you're a shaman. Fair enough. I need to speak with the crew about this storm. Spar and Throg, you will assess your skills and decide on your role once we make landfall. Then I may ask if you're a shaman.
Don't let your guard down.
I swear she carries on a
Throg will
shamanism.
spar with you for now. I must speak to the crew about the rain.
Excellent. Go deal with
I'm
the
here
rain.
to help.
Oh, look, da! It's nothing quite as good as a fight in the rain. We will spar together and take the measure of your strength.
Stand strong, stand proud.
Excellent.
I'll take my position. Strike first and strike hard. The Horde leaves no one behind.
Cool. I'm ready. Prepare to die.
Never run from your foe. Always face your enemy.
I'm trying.
I concede. Your strength will see our mission through. We will save the expedition.
You show promise, shaman. Perhaps you too will find glory on the island.
For the Horde. The Horde leaves no one behind.
Well fought, Daragal. You bring strength and honor to the Horde. Now we just wait. Do you hear that?
Go with honor. Warlord, this storm will soon overwhelm us.
Soldiers, brace yourselves!
Teaching me to put abilities on bars. That crap off.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
This ship won't make it to the island in one piece. Hold on to something, and pray that the elements will spare us from a grim death at sea.
Stay sharp. Stay...
Yeah, someone here builds up stuff for our quest, which is awesome. Like our class. Yeah, buddy. What happened? Oh no. Oh no. What are heirlooms? Heirlooms are gear that you unlock on your main that goes to your alts. They are there to benefit alts. They scale with your alt up to the maximum level that you have unlocked by upgrading their item levels. So you have to continually upgrade them as they add more expansions, was kind of how it was designed to work. They've changed a little how they've worked over the years. There's different ways to acquire them, but basically the ones I have are all just really purchased with gold and then upgraded with gold on my main, and they become available on my entire account. And so when I'm done with them, I can just delete them. I can pull an infinite number out of my heirloom collection. And so I just came in here and pulled them out based on the ones I wanted. But if I had not picked this, I've got a bunch of different kinds to choose from. And so I have really good gear. So I'm immediately this immensely powerful new player, and it just speeds it up. They used to speed up your experience, but when they came through and retuned all the experience, they work a little bit differently now. So the general idea that has always been true is that they are there to benefit alts.
Stay focused on our mission.
The shore is littered with the shipwrecks. This must be where the lost expedition crashed. We cannot begin our search until our soldiers are healed. There is no honor in leaving the fallen behind. Our medical supplies were stolen by Murlocs. Slay the pests and recover our first aid kits.
For the whole, recover our supplies. But don't fight too many Murlocs at once. They're dangerous in packs.
There it is. Teaching you to hate Murlocs early. I love all of this. I love all of this. I wish every game that had too many expansions and started to suffer from being just chronically existent. The biggest problem with WoW and 14 and all this is that they've gotten to the point where they're too old. They've succeeded for too long. So at some point, you've got to create a new player experience that is cohesive. At any point, if they want to add a new way that the system works, if they want to change the way the inventory system works, modify the UI, if they want to teach that to new players, all they have to do to catch every non-veteran player in moving forward is add that or adjust that within the tutorial, within Exile's reach. They don't have to go back and build it into new expansion features and things like that. They can just say, hey, we're going to tell the veteran player base about this at some announcement or BlizzCon or whatever, and then we're going to tell the new players, the players who we have not yet met when the feature was added, about this in the new player experience. So it's not one nice consolidated place. So if we change fundamentally something about the way a class works, maybe we get rid of Lightning Bolt, then we go back and we teach it differently in the new player experience. It's great. It's great. WoW is also deleting old content by doing this. No, the original starting zones are still intact. So the other 4 characters I've started have all been in the original old content. They went back and started in the original zone. So I got to choose that at the end of character creation. Do I want to start the old way, or do I want to start the new way? Now, chroming time, that is a whole different element of this. That is, it was rolled out as the same patch, but that's not the part I'm praising right here. What I'm praising is the idea of having a new player experience. That Final Fantasy could spin up one of the unused shards in the lore and have new players start there and then land with the rest of us, and have the option through features like New Game Plus of going back and experiencing the rest of the game after being really caught up in a way that is not 400 hours of going back through old content. And if it's not 400 hours, it's going to be 500 hours. If it's not 500, it's an ever-increasing backlog that we ask them. They were remade. You wish you could do story making sense of it. Well, that was a Cataclysm choice. So the old zone was Cataclysm that rewrote that. So, and that choice has been debated since it was, 2010? That they made the decision to redo all the starting zones with Cataclysm.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
The Murlocs are carrying our first aid kits. Slay them and bring all of the kits to me. Excellent work. Let's see the survivors get back on their feet. We must treat our wounded before we can begin searching for the missing expedition. Take this first aid kit. Tend to the survivors. The Horde leaves no one behind.
Don't let your guard down.
Okay. So now they teach us to use items. So you would start
Quite the storm. Probably hit the first boat, too.
Mark my words. That storm was unnatural.
There's so much voice acting.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
Now, let's move. We're back on our feet. The Lost Expedition is somewhere on the island. I saw a fire to the north of us. We're going to see if it was started by someone from the expedition. You're the newest of the recruits, so you're staying with me. Come, we move north.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us. You three, search for more survivors. Recruit, you and I will push forward.
Okay.
They took everyone else. I be the last one.
Oh no.
Stay focused on our mission.
This is Wansa, a shaman who was with the expedition. She is dying of starvation, a death unfit for the Horde. Slay some of the nearby wildlife for their meat and cook it over the fire. Wansa can tell us what happened to the missing expedition after
For the Horde!
You just said you'd be coming.
She's my daughter. Nothing could keep me from her.
Wait.
And as a soldier of the Horde, she knows we leave no one behind.
Now we gotta cook this.
We got ambushed by the Quillbore.
Eat first. I won't let you starve to death.
Please, I be needing food. Oh, looks like I'm not gonna be knocking on somebody's door after all. You best hurry. The Quillbore took Shuja and the rest of the expedition.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
Onsa said the Quillbore have captured have kidnapped the missing expedition, including my daughter. The Quillbore will kill you if you're not prepared. They're much smarter and deadlier than Murlocs. I won't see you die by their hands. We're going to spar one last time. When we are done, you will cleave a path straight through the Quillbore.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us. Recruit. Quillbore pose a far greater threat than Murlocs. You must be ready to face them in battle.
Cool.
Your next lesson. Your spells can be used at range. Cast them to assault your enemies and land the first strike.
Okay. So you do as she says.
Good. Use Lightning Bolt to strike at your enemy when they're far away from you. Use Primal Strike instead of Lightning Bolt when your opponent Fine work. Use Primal Strike when you're in melee range of your target.
So she's teaching me how to play.
Well done. Now, let's try using Lightning Bolt again. Brace yourself. The Horde.
Oh, good.
No one behind. Remember that you can deal plenty of damage as your foe runs towards you. Use Primal Strike instead of Lightning Bolt when your opponent is upon you. Again, keep using Primal Strike when fighting face to face.
And if I switch
Show
to
me
ranged,
ranged combat again. It will benefit you against foes who have to close the distance. We won't rest until the
and if I
expedition
get
has been
stuck
found.
doing,
Use your distance to your advantage. Strike your enemy with Lightning Bolt. Overwhelm the enemy with melee attacks. You're learning fast. Enough. You're ready to fight the Quillbore. Now we rescue our brethren.
so good, man. I really like this. I just do. I just like it. So that was the part that I was like, I remember her like teaching me my actual abilities. So she was teaching me my actual shaman abilities. And if I use the wrong
Stay
one, she told me.
focused on our mission.
You're ready to slaughter the Quillbore. Let's speak with Wansa and see what she knows.
Don't let your guard down.
There be bad mojo on this island.
The Quillbore kidnapped the rest of the expedition and took them north. They said they're gonna use the expedition for some sort of sacrifice. You gotta head north as fast as you can to stop
Be
them.
careful out there.
We'll head north to see what the others have found. Wansa, rest and regain your strength before joining us.
I'll be seeing you soon then. Your daughter be right to count on you.
The Horde never abandons its soldiers. I will not abandon her.
All right. Is this perfect? No, but you are, like, the alternative is telling people to launch
good,
themselves
you're
through
here.
15 years of
The
crap.
Quilboar are conducting some foul ritual.
You know, where everything's changed and been altered, and it's just so not cohesive and so not in line with what they build today, whether you like it better or worse. What it means is, like, the new trial experience of Final Fantasy XIV has you play the first 60 levels, and that is not at all the same as the max level experience. So even if you like it, you're like, oh my god, I loved ARR. Well, then I guess I have bad news for you, because, like, the game is different. It's fundamentally different. And so what's nice about this is not only what it feels like right now as I'm running this, but if they ever make a fundamental change to the game again, then if they want new players to be taught this in the free trial, they can also come back and rebake and refactor this, and they don't have to worry about, oh, it's messing with the progress of Duratar. No. I have an isolated island, and as long as everything I do doesn't break the island, I can refactor this as many times as I need to. So this is... Exile's Reach is something they could continually update and change and manipulate over the future expansions. Way better.
Mithron Dawn Tracker, at your service.
I have good news, and most unfortunate news.
Remember the day you met me.
It's insulting that we have to deal with these Quilboar. They'll soon face the full might of the Horde. Quilboar are savage and violent. I had thought the practice of necromancy beyond them. Obviously, we cannot allow them to continue their rituals, and certainly not on members of the Horde. Slay the Quilboar in the den. They must learn the fatal error of their ways. I have also discovered that the Quilboar are performing a necromantic ritual on a survivor from the missing expedition. The ritual is being performed by the tribe's leader, Geolord Grekog. Slay Grekog and save the survivor. Show this brute that the Horde is not to be trifled with.
Keep yourself safe.
We move, now. Those monsters have my daughter.
Shuja? I saw no sign of her. Perhaps she evaded capture.
One can hope. She rarely acts with such caution.